Hello all, welcome back to Winter Does Stuff, where we react to some crazy stuff. Today, we have the second single off of their new upcoming album coming out, I believe it's June 26th. We have Muse and their track, Be With You. This is coming off of their album, their 10th studio album overall, which is fucking crazy to say, by the way. It's called The Wow Signal, which is very apropos considering they literally sent, like, as part of the marketing campaign for this, like, for the album title reveal, they sent a tablet into space, which is fucking nuts. I don't know. I just really want to get into this thing. I am so curious what this one is gonna be. From the teaser that was shown in the newsletter email, we have Matt back at the organ. So I'm really excited for this one. I'm also excited for this album. I'm gonna talk about it because never mind. I just want to get into this because I'm so fucking excited. Muse, Be With You. Let's go. Whoa. What the fuck is that? We are going into very much like, we are going back into like the space opera kind of stuff with Muse. For a little bit, we were in this era of like, you know, the rebellion speeches. Since I want to say, like, we've been kind of flopping between the two. Hold on. I had to take a drink there. We've been kind of flopping over the last few releases with the more the space opera kind of feel and the resistance kind of feel. Because we started with this very like tragic space opera kind of deal with releases like Showbiz and Origin of Symmetry and Black Holes in Revelation, like that in itself. But then we had Resistance, which was very much a like rebellious, for the people, take things back from the systemic oppressors, mixed with the space opera because I believe Exogenesis was in there. And then we got a little bit more into it with the Second Law. And then we had, because it was, I want to say, because then it was Muse albums. Yeah, I'm such a Muse fan, guys. Yeah, because it was Second Law, and then it was Drones. Yeah, and Drones was very like systemic oppression, fight against the tyrannical people. It was a very, I think it's the best way that they've done that kind of album. And then Simulation Theory, it kind of went space opera, but it was like, it wasn't necessarily space opera. It was like 90s retrofuturistic space opera, or retrofuturistic opera. And then Will of the People was kind of like their like the greatest hits album, but with new songs. And that was, you know, again, very like fight against the systemic oppressors. But Will of the People was not a great album. I am one of the people who think it is a genuinely good record. I think it's got a lot of bangers. You Make Me Feel Like It's Halloween is the most Muse song that has ever fucking existed. But in terms of like the overall stretches of tracks, I feel like it was not as varied as, like, it was varied in sound, but not so much in texture. It didn't feel like it had a lot of oomph in it. And it's been a while since Muse has done the space opera thing. It's been since Second Law that we've had it. So I'm really interested to see if they have this sound, especially considering this is their 10th album. Like, these guys, they've been at it for a fucking minute. This is going to be, I want to say, this is their 27th year as a band, which is crazy for me to say out loud, because I've been following like them literally all of my life. It was like, I believe, uh, I my mother was hooked on Muse for a while, and so was my older sister. Actually, I think all of my older sisters were hooked on Muse. Now that I'm thinking about it, all three of them. Yes, I come from a family of 5 kids. It was very interesting. Wow, we're not very far into this. I have a lot to talk about with Muse because they're one of my favorite bands of all time. They just are. Um, I will always love their material, and I'll always have so much shit to talk about with them. This is not me crying. This is me yawning, by the way. But I'm really excited to see what they bring. I did notice that the track list was only 10 tracks. We're gonna take a look at that after we do this. But yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge that, like, we're going back to the space opera thing. That's really cool. I like that. We spent a long time in the resistance and against the oppression era. And I think while they have done good, I think that Drones is the best they were ever going to do with it, because that album is a legitimate masterpiece. The run of tracks on that thing is fucking absurd. That's 12 tracks of just great stuff. But I wanted to say that because here you guys probably can't see it, because I will absolutely have to blur this and like mess with the footage a lot. But right here, there's like a red sun, or at least a red planet just in the sky. That's crazy. Like, already we're getting like the Muse music videos back. So, and it's been a while since they've done like a live action music video. It's been a lot of CGI music videos, which they're great. Like the Will of the People music videos are top fucking tier. Like, they're insanely well animated, but it's like, I want to have like a proper live action music video from Muse again. So let's we only got 6 seconds in. Let's go. Yeah, look at that. It's like, it's right in the forefront too. Like, it's in every shot. Again, you guys probably can't see it, but like, oh wow, look at that. That's so cool. Yo, look at those. Look at those credits. This feels like it would be like this feels like the opening to like a Darko music video or a Knocked Loose music video, the way they do this, like with the credits like just popping up on the screen. That bright red text, that font is really cool. I love that a lot. And yeah, again, that planet, so fucking cool. Again, you guys probably can't see it very well, but yeah. Yes, the Muse organ. Let's fucking go, dude. We are so back.
It seems my light's been swallowed up.
Fuck. Matt Bellamy, dude. I could talk about him for hours. I'm probably going to talk about him more during like the actual album reaction. I want to be able to react to the album this time around. For those of you who don't know, I tried reacting to Will of the People when it originally came out. I think Memories actually still has the thumbnail. I'm gonna put it on screen right now, if I can find it, because it's one of those reactions that I wish I could, like, I wish I still had the footage for. Like, I wish I could have put it out. Like, it was blocked worldwide by WMG, and it fucking sucks because WMG are such pieces of shit with copyright. Same with Universal. Like Warner and Universal and Spine Farm to an extent, which is why I'm very scared about the Black Veil Brides reaction that I'm going to be doing soon. Whoa. But yeah. Oh man, Matt Bellamy's voice. Fuck, dude. I could spend hours talking about it. He's so meticulous. but he's also very effortless with it. And it's so different from his regular speaking voice. It's so funny.
It seems my light's been swallowed up. I've used up every ounce of luck. I need to leap into the fire, find a...
Why did that look like Miles Teller?
Leap into...
Like, I'm gonna turn the filter off for just a second. You guys see that too, right? That looks like Miles Teller, just a little bit. Love Miles Teller. Phenomenal, just phenomenal actor. He's a great guy. Met him at a convention once. It was really cool. But yeah, looks like Miles Teller. just thought I'd point that out. But well, maybe they got him because like Muse has money.
Used up every ounce of...
They sent a tablet into space for the marketing of this. So yeah, they have the money.
Look, I need to leap into the fire, find a higher power.
Oh, you can hear that transition from the falsetto back down.
A higher power.
That like that single note transitioning down. Higher power. I'm someone who I want to do Muse covers. I want to do a whole collection of Muse covers. Y'all have known this for a long time. If you've been fans of me and like my journey as a YouTuber, I wanted to do Muse covers for so long. I want to do them. I wouldn't say I want to do them this next year because I still have a fuck ton of cover projects that I want to do, but it'd probably be like end of 2027, beginning of 28 that I'd start doing Muse covers again, because I feel like I could do them much better than I was doing them a couple years ago. But yeah, man, I love Matt Bellamy's voice. I could talk about it for so long, and this song is giving me a lot to work with. This is not pitch corrected at all. This is so raw, so natural. There's very little processing on his voice, actually. It's really, really intricate, cool stuff. We haven't even hit the 50-second mark, and we're 13 minutes into this video. This is how long reactions are on this channel, you guys. But you know what? I don't fucking care. I don't care. Let's go.
I need to leap into the fire, find a higher power, and reach for something new.
Ooh, I like those little vocals in the background there. I
need somewhere.
I think that was the pitches that it was.
I need somewhere that's safe to run. It can't just be with anyone.
Ooh, that was such a satisfying run. That was so smooth, Matt.
Got to be with you.
And this was in the teaser that they sent along in the Muse letter. This melody, it's very familiar, but it's so pretty. Where do I know that from? Because I know that from somewhere. I know that it's been used in a song and I've heard it before. I just haven't heard it in years. So I don't remember. Da, 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 da. Oh, it's fucking Bastille. You have always worn your flaws. Yeah, flaws. That's a crazy pull. It's interesting because, like, Will of the People, very obviously beautiful people. I think it is like every album that they do one track that has like a melody, or in Will of the People's case, a little bit more than just a melody, but they do like an homage track to someone who's influenced them. And it's interesting because Bastille, there's a lot of people, like I miss when Bastille was hype as hell. I still follow them. Last few releases haven't exactly been it for me, I'm not gonna lie. But I do love them, and I always very much I did really kind of conflate Muse and Bastille a little bit vocally in terms of that stylistically. I always loved, I can't remember his name. Why am I forgetting his name? Bastille lead. Yeah, Dan Smith. Yeah. I've always loved Dan's voice. Because he's very good. He's very, very English. And that definitely comes across with Matt here too. So I've always loved Muse's stuff. And I've always loved Bastille's stuff. And it very, again, melody callback. Interesting that it's Bastille. Because I always kind of compared the two.
It's got to be with you.
Oh, what the fuck?
I won't go quite into the night.
Oh, there's so much happening. What the fuck? Because we went from this
It's got to be with you.
That's funky as hell. That's funky as hell. I love that. That's so sick.
Won't go quite into the night.
And I love those backing vocals. Like it's interesting that we're talking about like the vocals here. Like haven't seen the rest of the band yet, so I'm not really acknowledging them right now. Neither Chris or Don. But like we're talking about like the vocals and how very unprocessed and natural they feel, but the backing vocals are super processed. There's a lot of reverb. There's almost a bit crushing effect. I wouldn't exactly call it a bit crusher. It's like a low level one combined with something else that's making the delay stand out more. It's not just the bit crushing and the delay. There's something more there.
I'll read.
One more time.
I won't go quite into the night.
There's something else that's with the delay and the bit crushing. We'll listen more to see if we can pick it out.
I'll rage against the dying light. I won't bow to the universe. I can break its curse.
What was that lyric? I won't bow to the universe?
I won't bow to the
I won't bow to the universe, I can break its curse. That's a hard line.
universe. I can break its curse and build us something new.
Side note, I'm loving the shades that Matt has here. I'm loving, like, Muse, especially Matt, over the course of every album, he has a new look. With Drones, it was the jacket. With Simulation Theory, it was the suit. Like the entire like bodysuit with the visor and all that happy jazz. With Will of the People, it was very much like a minimalistic thing. It was more like just the general like checkered black and white outfit he wore, and now it's just the shades. Loving that. And Black Homes and Revelations, it was, I also want to say it was like the suit, and he had a cowboy hat for a couple music videos there, but
I long to fall into the sun. It can't just be with anyone. It's got.
I love that run. Da, 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 da. Right? I think that's what it is.
It can't just be with anyone.
Ooh. Anyone. Right? One more time. Anyone. That's really cool. I love that. That's so smooth. Ah, man. Love this.
It's got to be with you.
God, it's such a good melody.
It's got to be with you.
Oh shit. We're getting the guitars. Okay, so that's the other thing with this record. I want more gent. I want Muse to go full Sleep Token with it, because yes, the unraveling breakdown, it's very much a case of like that's the breakdown riff of the summoning. Like that same or that's not like it was the same like kind of feeling there. But you know, it had the Muse flair and the solo at the end. But yeah, I want Muse to get heavy this album, because like Will of the People, we got a little bit heavy with Kill or Be Killed and Won't Stand Down, but the rest of the album was fairly soft. And like we're all fucking fucked. That one, I genuinely love that track. I think it's very, very cool. But it's like we didn't get too much heavy. I want them to get heavy on this album. And if Unraveling is anything to go by, we might get Gent Muse. So, and I think on the Will of the People tour cycle, it was like Matt was talking about like his kids got into Slipknot and shit. So, I'm very interested to see what kind of bullshit the boys tap into with this record. I'm very, very interested to see. So, yeah, let's keep going. Come on. No. That went in a very different direction than I thought it would. Like with the bass kicking in here, I thought it was going to be such a heavier drop. Ooh, and the synth plus guitar solo here? What the fuck is that? Is that the wow signal? Is that the wow? What the fuck is that? We're gonna dissipate the filters once again, because what the fuck is this? What are we doing here? What is that? How did you even achieve that effect? What is that? What are they doing with this album? Like, honestly, it's really interesting. Like, we're gonna dive into more of it when the actual album comes out, and I assume there's gonna be another single between now and then. But like, what are they doing with this album? Like it's so weird and wacky, and I love it. All right, let's put the blending mode back on. There we go. now WMG can't get me so easy. Hey, fuckers.
I feel my life has just begun. It can't just be with anyone. It's got to be with you.
What the fuck? There it is. That's the this is what I really want to call attention to. There is this weird fucking thing like that they're using as the main piece of iconography. It's this thing. It's this kind of like this circular thing, whatever the hell it is. This is so cool. Again, we're going to get into it cuz I want to talk about like the album itself and the track list and what we could expect from here, kind of like I did with Knocked Loose. This is going to be a lot longer than that video, but yeah, I wanted to touch on that because that is so cool to me. That looks awesome. I really like what they're going for there. Ooh, I really like. Ooh, and then they let that backing vocal fade out, and then they left the guitar doing that same thing too. Nice. I liked this. I liked it a lot. This feels like a ballad track, which is interesting considering what we're going to talk about right now. Okay, so we have the album here. This image, I wanted to pull it up cuz what the hell is this thing? Whoa. That looks so fucking sick as an album cover. This thing looks cool. I want to know what this is, like in relation to the concepts that we're going for with this album. I genuinely want to know, cause like, what is that? That's so cool. But the thing that worries me most is that we only have 10 tracks. Now, what I am hoping for is that we get at least 2 or 3 songs that are 6+ minutes, because it has been a bit since we've had a 6+ minute Muse track. I don't actually believe we got one on Simulation Theory, so it has actually been over a decade since we've got a 6+ minute Muse song, and we got, I believe, 2 on Drones. So I want one of these to be it, but we have 10 tracks. And Be With You is number 5, so I'm guessing that Be With You is like the ballad song of the track. And what I'm wanting is, I want this album to have bookends. I want The Dark Forest to be like maybe an intro track. Night Shift Superstar, I want this shit to be long, and then I want Space Debris to be long. I want these to be our bookends of the track list. And then Unraveling is like the heavier one here. I want Cryogen to be a heavy one so that we can ease into the ballads, or the ballad there, and maybe go into Hexagon is like another heavy one, and then Sickness in You and I is like like maybe this is how it goes. So this is just me yapping about what I want for there to be in the album. You guys can click off if you want to. I don't fucking care. So we have intro, then long track. Then we have probably like a slower song, not maybe, because Muse does like 1 or 2 ballads every album. So maybe this is ballad number 1, this is ballad number 2. So we go big track, ballad, heavy, ballad, like bigger, like, middle of the album track. Like, maybe not like a 6 minute, like 6 to 8 minute song, but maybe like a 5.5 minute song right here. And then we have I Want The Sickness in You and I to be another heavy one. And then Unraveling, and I want Hush to be like a speedy track. Like, I want it to be like an ironic title there. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping for this next album. It comes out June 26th, which is 3 days before a certain GT Finalist edition comes out on Reminiscent Industries. So yeah, I am really excited. This is new Muse. I am so fucking here for new Muse. Again, I love this band. This is one of those bands that has helped legitimately. This band helped raise me. This, along with Breaking Benjamin and Dragon Force, are 3 bands that I will always and forever cherish, which is why I really want Breaking Benjamin to release something this year too. But it's not looking like it's gonna happen, which is a bit disappointing. But who knows? There's still time. We're only at the tail end of March, so yeah, that's gonna be about it for this one. This is a half-hour long reaction to like 4-minute song. Jesus fucking Christ. Gotta love my content, man. Anyway, that's gonna be about it for me. I've been Winter. We have reacted to Muse and their track Be With You from the upcoming album, The Wow Signal. If you like what you saw here, leave likes, comments, all that happy jazz stuff if you want to. We got stuff coming pretty much every weekday if I can do it. Yeah, that's gonna be about it for me. Peace. In due time. I normally... I should have said the bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye, guys.